Oh man, Dogecoin awakens up 14% here today and 22% on the week. Is it now time to go all in on the meme coin, which really did shock people in the last cycle? You can see here Dogecoin sitting at 21 cents. This is a coin that has been as high as 73 cents, famously having the backing of Elon Musk during Saturday Night Live. It was an amazing time in the last bull cycle, but is it even possible that this meme coin can go back to reach some of its previous levels it's managed to achieve? I'm going to break down the technicals, my view on Dogecoin, and whether I'm getting involved. We'll also take a look at Bitcoin dominance to see whether this Dogecoin move could be a bellwether to indicate an impending altcoin season. Loads to go through today and more. Smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. If you want to trade with me, you can do so. ijazcrypto.com/TG. That's the very first link in the description. Now, for those asking which platforms I use to trade, you can see those links in the descriptions as well. Those are affiliate links, but you get some amazing bonuses. If you want to trade with Bybit or Mexi or BitGet, some of the exchanges I like to use, links will be in the description. So, let's start off here with Bitcoin, and then we'll jump straight into the Dogecoin chart, because Bitcoin's providing the very important headwind right now, allowing the meme coins to move, right? If we take a look here at Bitcoin, what pattern were we monitoring yesterday? We were monitoring this on the 5-minute chart. Now, what happened? We got a fake out to the upside, bunch of liquidations, fake to the downside, and then it moved to the upside. This is a very, very common occurrence in technical analysis and in trading. But what was rare about this was that you had both. Let me explain. So when you're in this type of a pattern, you're looking for a breakout. Now look at this. It moved to the upside and it faked straight back down. So basically, market makers grabbed all this liquidity. They stole that liquidity. But then market makers were like, no, that's not enough. We took the long liquidity. Let's take the short liquidity as well. So they fake out to the downside. And then the price action moves. This is very common. If you've been following my content for a while, or you've taken my TA course, ijazcrypto.com/TA, you will know that when you have these kinds of patterns, you either have a fake out to the downside, followed by the move in the eventual upwards direction, or sometimes you get the opposite. You fake to the upside, you liquidate, and then eventually you come to the downside. Here it took both. It went pow, pow, and then it went to the upside. And I've been warning about that for a very, very long time. For those new in crypto, you have to understand that when more and more people are coming into this market, which we're going to talk about with Dogecoin as well, this is a new entrance into the market, bringing new liquidity, often inexperienced, often using leverage because people want a quick buck, and that creates volatility. So please be very, very careful. If you're trading spot like I like to do, you guys know I don't mess around with leverage, then you sit here and you laugh, right? Because all that happened was there's a bit of a roller coaster and you don't really care. If you checked your portfolio in the morning, you checked in the evening, cool, we're back up again, we're at 71,000. Great, let's keep things moving. But for everybody else who's in leverage, this was a very painful experience. You're getting upset, you're losing a lot of money, and you don't want to be doing that. This volatility is only going to get worse and worse and worse. So if you jump on over to here, you can see in just 24 hours, $215 million wrecked. Long and short, 120 million long, 90 million short, right? Just getting wrecked. Waste of money. So let's now jump onto the Dogecoin chart. Got some really, really important updates here on Dogecoin. This is a project which is really starting to move now, right? Hold up. Do you want to learn how to trade? Then you need to jump into our Telegram community. Link is in the description. In our Telegram community, I share my altcoins. I share how I do my trade setups, how I do my stop losses and take profit, so you can learn to become a profitable trader. Check it out. Link is in the description. We know this is the OG meme coin. You may like other meme coins. You may like Floki. You may like Slurf. You may like Shiba. You may like Pepe. But the first one that kicked everything off was Dogecoin. So for those who are new around here, who may have heard about Dogecoin but not too sure what it's all about, this was the original meme coin, right? It was a fork of Bitcoin. Nobody developed on it for ages, and then boom, it went up in value, right? Crazy. And you're seeing this move to the upside now. The question we now have is, how far can this project go? Because the average person is going, do I go all in on this? Do I throw my life savings in on this project? I mean, clearly the answer to that is absolutely no. You do not throw your life savings into a meme coin. Now, can you play around with meme coins in a safe, structured way? Yes. If you followed my content before, you will know I would never poop on people's parade if they want to invest in meme coins. You can do so, but please do so in a safe, calculated a little bit of a strategic way, because the reality is those who tell you they make money from meme coins, they actually do so from a bit of a strategic way. They're not as gung-ho as they like you to believe that they just risked it all. No. Oftentimes what you find is someone will have their portfolio, and in their portfolio they'll have sensible options like Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe there's some Solana and some Cardano and some Phantom or whatever else they have in their portfolio, and they may say, you know what, 10% of my portfolio, if they're a bit more risky, 15-20% of my portfolio, this is my play bag. And in my play bag, I'm going to play, right? I'm going to look for meme coins. I'm going to look for the new Pepes and new Shibas and Flokis, and I'm going to invest. And they may go, okay, from that amount, I'm going to split it into small chunks, and I'm going to place those strategic bets on certain meme coins. Now, if you're coming to it from that approach, who's there to complain, right? That's not a way to complain. That's careful. That's risk managed. You've got a strategy in place. The problem, however, is when people watch videos and they go, oh, look, Dogecoin's moving. Let me put everything in there. Let me put my rent money. Let me put my child's college fund. Let me put this deposit that I was saving up for a house into Dogecoin because I'm going to become a millionaire overnight. And that's where you just need to get it checked a little bit and be a little bit calm. So what I'm going to do here is help you understand what it means for Dogecoin to pump, okay? Now, of course, for those looking, you got important resistance levels coming up, okay? So there's a little bit of resistance where we're currently at. Then you're looking at 34 cents. Then you've got 57 cents. And then, of course, the all-time high at 74. Those are the key levels here on Dogecoin, but that leaves plenty of room to get to there. I mean, if just you're looking at a 56% pump to that first level of resistance, you're looking at a 160% pump, and then you're looking at a 240% pump to all-time highs. But what does it mean to get back to all-time highs for Dogecoin? I mean, Dogecoin is already sitting here at 8th in the list of all altcoins. I mean, if you take out the stable coin, right? If you take out USDT, if you take out USDC, you're talking 6th. 6th already. And like we said, it's a meme coin. There's no use cases really. I mean, some people accept payments in Dogecoin, but that's about it, right? So if you're looking at this and it's sitting here at $31 billion, you need to ask yourself, how much higher can it go? And that's what I'm going to try to shed some light on here. Now, that does not mean that I do not value Dogecoin. Very, very important. It's something I went through in the last bull market. I'm going to reiterate it here as well. Just because it doesn't have a DEX or it doesn't have a project, it doesn't have great tech like Phantom, it does not mean that a meme coin does not have value. It does. What has a meme coin figured out that many projects haven't figured out? Social hype and marketing. You could have the best iPhone in the world. The iPhone 20 could be in your garage right now. If nobody knows it exists, it's irrelevant, right? Equally, you could have the best brand in the world and a rubbish product and people will still buy it. Look at Prime Energy, for example, from Logan Paul. So, you get the point. You got to have some social hype here, and that is what meme coins understand. And so you've got to be able to place strategic value on that. And so the ignorant person will say, "Oh, it's a meme coin. I'm not going to touch it." You know, but the reality is, hang on, this can go up, and this has normally done this in every single cycle. Dogecoin shows an impressive move, and it normally sets up a nice altcoin season as well. So this is a project which has been to 73 cents. It has been to 75 billion in market cap. So you've got at least a doubling in there just to get to all-time highs, maybe a doubling and a half, right? So the question now is going to be, okay, if we're imagining this big bull market, we're imagining Bitcoin getting to much more than its all-time high. It's already gone past its all-time high. You're expecting it to go to 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, many saying 150, 200,000. You're expecting Ethereum to work its way up towards $10,000. Can you not make the argument that Dogecoin can be higher than it was in the previous cycle? And so if in the previous cycle it managed to wick to 74 cents, can it not work its way up towards $1 with more money coming in, more excitement, a bigger bull market? You can make the argument for it. So anybody sitting there making that rational argument, I think that's sensible. Where it's not sensible is where people are like, no, don't worry guys, this is gonna 1000x from here. Because those people don't know what they're talking about. A project that is sitting here at 31 billion to 10x where it is from now, a 10x, okay, is 310 billion. So that now puts you to about the size of Ethereum, a little bit less Ethereum. Now you can make the argument for a 10x. Everything would have to go right for Dogecoin. You could argue for a 10x, right? Up towards like $2. You can argue for it. But for those who are shouting out crazy numbers, like 1000x? Like, what are you talking about? Let me put it into context again. 100x here on Dogecoin, right? So I just said a 10x takes you to 310 billion. 100x takes you to 3.1 trillion, 100x. So for those just shouting out arbitrary numbers, it's important that we put into context. That does not mean that Dogecoin cannot go up. In fact, I think there's a very high probability Dogecoin can do really, really well and have a nice, powerful Dogecoin season. Add to that the fact that there's so much attention around Dogecoin whenever Elon Musk tweets, that could be a huge catalyst for this to move as well, okay? So not something I'd be betting against is Dogecoin, and I'd feel comfortable holding a bit of this project, right? I could never bet against Dogecoin. It's proven people wrong time and time again in previous cycles. This would be something I'd have exposure to, because the reality is, I know this may sound, oh no, you're not investing seriously. You can't bet against this. This is a good part of a balanced portfolio, is to say, hang on, what am I going to have in meme coins? Why would I not have the daddy of the meme coins, Doge, and maybe then have some exposure to some of the other meme coins like Pepe or Shiba, and you create yourself a little bit of a kind of a small meme coin portfolio within the rest of your more serious portfolio. That's a smart way of kind of tackling this meme craze, because the reality is you're going to FOMO in. So if you don't have a strategy, you will end up one day just selling some Bitcoin, Ethereum just to buy Dogecoin when everything is pumping in the green, because you're going to get that FOMO. So instead of waiting and then getting that FOMO, go with the front foot. Say, this is how I'm going to actively invest in meme coins. I'm going to limit my risk to this much of my portfolio, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that way you can avoid that FOMO. All right, so let's now jump into Bitcoin dominance. We need to talk about this. Bitcoin dominance here, sitting here on the weekly chart, is sitting at that 54% level. Now, we spoke about this being a key level, and the question really was, can it work its way up towards 59 here as the next level? Now, some people are calling for a crash here in Bitcoin dominance. I'm just not too sure just yet. I mean, we're sitting here quite strong. We're riding our weekly EMA ribbon. Could we curl over? Maybe. But I think we'll have enough notice for this curling over. I don't think it's just going to suddenly crash down here towards 48% just yet. I still think Bitcoin's got some inbuilt strength here, particularly with the halving coming up as well. I just don't see altcoins outperforming Bitcoin just yet. That being said, you guys know I don't time this. I'm not that guy. I'm not smart enough to be like, oh look, I'm putting everything in Bitcoin. Oh look, now it's Ethereum time. Let me transfer all of that and put all of that into Ethereum. Oh look, it's Dogecoin time. Let me take all of that out. No. I just have my portfolio. If I like Dogecoin, I hold it. If I like Phantom, I hold it. If I like Bitcoin, I hold it in a diversified portfolio. I do not know that on March 28th, there's going to be Dogecoin day and 14% on Doge. I just know that Dogecoin is going to do well over this next period of time. And so I want exposure to it. Hopefully you appreciate this video. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We got the interview tomorrow with Michael Kong, the CEO of Phantom, to ask him all the important questions about the new launch they've just revealed in Sonic. Sonic is supposed to be a game changer for Phantom. If you want to see the breakdown of what this means, go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.